Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new pickups video. This is going to be my first pickups video for 2020, and I'm going to go over everything that I got for Christmas. Now, I had a really good Christmas last year. I actually got the day off from work, so I was able to spend time with my family and my wife's family. We went to my wife's parents' house with my parents, and we had dinner there, and then we went back to my parents' place and opened up presents and had pie and stuff. So it was a really good day. And I got some really cool stuff. Now, my parents and my wife, they really have a difficult time when it comes to buying games for my collection because they know I have a massive collection. They're not sure what games I have or what I'd like, so they usually just give me gift cards, and that's what they did. So my parents got me a gift card, a Visa gift card for $100. I got a $25 gift card to one of my local game stores here that I love going to from my wife's parents. My wife also got me a $20 gift card to the game stores, and I even got a gift card to these game stores from one of my coworkers at work because she knows that I love those stores. And we had our Secret Santa again there, and she picked me, and that's the gift that she got me. So it was really awesome. I was able to go to my local game store here and pick up a whole bunch of stuff. My buddy was working there again, and he hooked me up with a deal. He even gave me a couple of stuff for free. And then what's really awesome is since I bought this stuff here in the beginning of January, which January is my birthday, which is on the 14th of this month, you get an additional 20% off on one purchase regardless of the size, whether it's $5 or $500 or $1,000, whatever you spend, you get 20% off. So I was able to get an additional 20% off on top of everything I bought, plus using the gift cards. And then also my local game stores here last year started a rewards program. When you would scan your card, you would earn money back on everything you purchase, and I had an extra $60 in free money from the game store to spend. So I used that and bought a bunch of stuff here. So we're going to go over with it for everything I got at the game stores. I got a couple things on eBay as well, and then I also got a couple things at my store that we had put on clearance. So we'll start off here with the stuff from my store. We are now clearancing our Christmas stuff, our Christmas toys. Everything is now 70% off. And both of these little arcade machines, I love these little things. They were originally 20 bucks, got 70% off, so it brought them down to $6 each. And then I get my discount on top of that, another 15% off. And then we at work have a rewards program, because I work at Walgreens, and every time you scan your card, you earn points and stuff. And while I had $20 off in points, I was able to use $10 in points to take off. And I got both of these little arcade machines for 87 cents with tax total. And the first one I got was this cool little Pac-Man one, and it does work, which is really cool because I do have a Tetris one of these. So I bought this strictly to put on display in my game room. I don't plan to play them because I can play this on MAME, but I just like these little collectibles, and for 87 cents for two arcade machines is awesome. And the other one I got was this Galaga machine, and it also works. So really cool to get both of these for 87 cents, so less than 50 cents for two of these arcade machines. I already have a Tetris one, so now I'll have three little arcade machines to display in the game room, which you guys will see these later in the year when I do a 2020 game room tour, so be on the lookout for that. So I was happy to get these. Love these little arcade machines, and when you can get them dirt cheap like I was able to, definitely will pick them up. Now we'll move on to stuff from the game stores. Now my buddy gave me a couple things for free. Now he knows that I do like the NES, and I'm always on the lookout for those little NES Dust Sleeves, and they occasionally get them in. They had these bundled together for $5. My buddy said I could just have them, so I was able to get 10 more little Nintendo Dust Sleeve. One of them has a Nintendo logo, the other ones are just the blank ones. But it was really nice of him. He knows how much I spend money there, because I've been going to these game stores now for 20 years, since 2000. So that's it's crazy, but I've been a loyal customer for 20 years. They've always treated me right. My buddy's worked there for like 15 years. That's when I first got to meet him, and he has always been really nice, always been generous, marks stuff down for me, gives me free gifts, and it's just overall really nice dude. And it makes me a repeat customer, and that's why I love giving my business to them, and that's why I like going to them, and that's why they're still in business, because they know how to treat their customers. So it's really cool to get these free little dust sleeves, which I like getting them. I need to get them for each of my Nintendo games, because when I put them on display, which currently they're in storage just because I don't have the room here, but I like to store my NES games like this, and I like to keep them with dust sleeves that helps keep the contacts from getting dirty. So these will definitely come in handy, and I'll be keeping an eye out this year to get more of these because I still need like another 30 to finish off the games I have in my collection. So happy to get those for free. And then he also gave me a strategy guide for free, and that was The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. This was priced at $5 as well. He said I could just have it, so that was really awesome, which I have played this game a little bit, and I really liked it, and this strategy guide will definitely come in handy. I like strategy guides. They are great, helpful use in games, because, you know, I'm back from old school gaming in the 90s when we didn't have internet, and this was how you were able to help get information and stuff on how to beat games and look up all the secrets and stuff, which, you know, I mean, I still like going online and everything, but, you know, I like the old school stuff using strategy guides, and very happy to get this as a free gift, so that was awesome. Now, I will share with you guys 2 gifts that my parents did buy me that I did not know about. And the first one is this little Mario keychain, which is pretty cool, which I have a couple of these different Mario ones on my keys, so I'll be adding this one to there. So that was a nice little gift. I got that in my stocking. And then my dad actually heard me talking about this game that I've been playing and wanted a strategy guide for, and that was Donkey Kong 64, the official player's guide, which is awesome because now I do have this guide, but mine's a little beat up, and unfortunately it is in storage, buried in a box somewhere, and I don't feel like digging it out. But my dad heard me talking about playing Donkey Kong 64 with my buddy Grant, and that I would love to get another strategy guide sometime, so he went to that store, found they had one, and picked it up for me, so that was awesome. Definitely, I'm looking forward to using this, because I know we've been using the guides online, but you have to really search for it, and they don't have really like drawn out maps or anything, where this will really come in handy for us 100%ing it, because it's got pictures where everything is, and it'll just be much more helpful than using the online guide. So this was such a great gift to get. I really appreciated my parents for getting me this, so can't wait to use this so that Grant and I can finish beating Donkey Kong 64, and this will definitely help in that. So that was an awesome gift to get. Now we'll move on to stuff that I picked up at the game stores. Some of this stuff I remember the prices of, some I don't. But also I got 20% off everything on top of the prices, I'll tell you. So this first one, just got a couple PlayStation 1 games. This was $3, but I got that 20% off. It's Formula 1 2000, which I do have the other Formula 1 games on the PS1. I did not have 2000 for the collection, so I wanted to grab it. And it's in really good condition as well, so I was happy to get that. And then I got one other PS1 game, and this is one I've been looking for a while. They just never have it, and finally someone traded in a copy, and it was in really good condition. I needed this for my Armyman game series, and that was Armyman Green Rogue, which this was also released on the PlayStation 2, but I needed to get the PlayStation 1 version, because there's 10 Armyman games released on PlayStation 1. I now have 9 of the 10. The only other one I need to get is Armyman Sarge's Heroes, the first one. And this one is also in really good condition. It was $7. I also got the 20% off on that. So very happy to get that. I love these Armyman games, and I just need one more, and I'll have all 10 for the PS1, and I'll have that little subset complete. So I was very, very happy to get that one. Got one Nintendo 3DS game, and this one is just where they ported it to the 3DS, but they added some extra stuff to it, and that was Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey, which I do have the original Bowser's Inside Story on the DS, but I wanted to get the 3DS remake, and I've always loved this series. You know, I've loved these little Mario RPG games ever since I played Super Mario RPG, the 7 stars on the Super Nintendo, and then started playing Paper Mario, and then Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga came out on Game Boy Advance, and I just love this series. And I was so sad to hear last year that Alpha Dreams, the team behind creating these, went out of business and closed their doors. So I don't know if we'll ever get another one in the series. So I definitely wanted to get this for my collection. Love this series, and definitely will be playing through this game. Really fun. And I got this, was like $25, and then I got the 20% off on it. And it's a really fun series. I highly recommend it. If you guys like the little Mario RPG games, definitely get the Mario & Luigi series that started on Game Boy Advance and the DS, and they're on the 3DS, because they're really fun games, and you'll really enjoy them. It's just sad that Alpha Dreams is gone, so I don't know if we'll ever see another one I hope Nintendo will revive it, and maybe in the future we could get a new entry in this series. But these were always really, really fun Mario titles, and a lot of great memorable characters and humor and everything. Loved it, so I definitely hope we will eventually see a new one, maybe on the Nintendo Switch. That would be really cool, so very happy to get that. This next game was awesome. This is a import title for the Sega Dreamcast. It was priced at only $12, plus I got the 20% off, and it's cheaper than the ones I saw online. And I looked up gameplay of this, and it just looked really fun. And that is Record of Lotus War for the Dreamcast. And now this is the PAL version. It's in really good condition here. And I really like these PAL Dreamcast cases. They're really cool with the blue. It has a disc there, which is minty. It has a little card there, and it has this giant little manual. Now, my Dreamcast, I actually have a little boot disc that came with my PAL copy of Shenmue 2 for the Dreamcast, so I can easily play this on my Dreamcast without having to worry about modding or anything. That disc is awesome, and definitely looking forward to playing this, because this looks like a really, really fun game. And looking online, you know, people want $20, $30, and if you want the American copy, that's also pretty expensive. So to get this for $12 with 20% was an absolute steal for it. You know, they usually price their import titles fairly cheap, only because they know they have a hard time selling them to people here in this area, because most people don't have modded consoles or don't want to play import titles. So anytime I see them, you know, I always pick them up because I can get some really good deals on them. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game. If you guys ever play it, let me know how it is, but it looked really fun from the videos I saw on YouTube while I was in the store. I'm looking forward to playing this, and excited to add a new Dreamcast title to my collection. And speaking of imports, somebody had traded in a bunch of Japanese Nintendo 64 games, and now I'm going for a complete North American Nintendo 64, so I'm actually only 2 titles away. I need Worms Armageddon and Super Bowling. Now, I wish I had years ago. I finished this almost the set like 5-6 years ago, and I just stopped at those 2 titles. At the time, you know, Super Bowling was like an $80 game, and Worms Armageddon I think was like around the same price. And now, of course, both of them are over $100. I think Super Bowling's going for $200 or $300. So I don't know when I'll get those, but that's something I'd like to get. But I have been getting import titles, PAL and Japanese Nintendo 64 games. And since they had them here, yeah, I figured I'd pick up the ones I don't have. There was several I left behind because I already had them, a bunch of sports ones. But this first one I got here is J-League Live 64. It was priced at $3, got 20% off on that. Do got to clean some stickers and stuff off the back though, but which is not hard. I got my Bestine, which I want to thank my buddy Dean for telling me that little secret. That's just a great way to remove stickers from games without damaging them. So I was happy to get that one. I also got this Nagano Winter Olympics. It was $3, had the 20% off. Also got to remove the sticker on the back. It had World Cup France 1998, was $3, got 20% off that. Another one I get the stickers off of. This is J-League Perfect Striker 2 1999. This is priced at $3, got 20% off that, and also got to clean it up. Another baseball title here. This is actually one I needed to complete my set, and that was the Jiku Power Pro 2001. I have all the other ones. This was priced at $5, and I got the 20% off on it. And now I have completed that little baseball series for the 64 that were only released in Japan. And they're actually little fun games for like baseball, so happy to get that. And the last one I got was called Bass Rush. So another Japanese one was $5, and I got the 20% off. Now I don't know if this was related to any of the other Bass ones that we got, like if this is the Japanese version of Bass 64 that we got on the American one, but you know, for import titles, love adding them. And for that 20% off, you know, got a great deal and added 6 new Japanese 64 games to my collection. I love getting import titles, adding them to the collection. Always fun. And you know, I don't always see them, so when I do, I usually pick them up, like I said, because they're priced pretty cheap. Now we'll move on to a couple of Game Boy Advance titles. Now this first one, I happened to stumble upon this game, and it was Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, which I have on the Xbox and PS2 and stuff, but I never played the Game Boy version. And somebody had going over like Star Wars games you might not know that are actually worth checking out, and they had one about this. Now this was $3, got the 20% off on it. and basically it's a side-scrolling beat-em-up Star Wars game where you play as Anakin and you beat up the different droids and stuff and go through the whole story of Episode 3, and it just looked really fun. So after checking out a couple of videos, I wanted to pick it up for myself, and I'm looking forward to trying it out this year. And I'll definitely let you guys know in one of my weekly playlist videos when I do play it how I like it, but it looked really cool. And then also for $10 for Game Boy Advance, I got Breath of Fire 2, which I'm pretty sure that this was one of the ports from the Super Nintendo version, which I do like RPGs, been playing a lot more last year, and I want to play some more this year. So I wanted to get this for the Game Boy Advance, because I know the Super Nintendo Breath of the Fire there is like $60. I'm not going to pay that, so might as well get the Game Boy Advance version for $10, and like I said, I got that 20% off, so that was awesome. Definitely looking forward to checking that out. My wife actually bought me a battery for my PSP 1000 model. I also have a 2000 model. That one's battery's dead. I gotta find it. But she did pick it up at the local game store here. They had it only for they sell them for like $10. And so she finally got me a new battery for my PSP so I could finally play it on the go, because the only way I could play it was, having it plugged into the wall, and I had this, I was stuck there and couldn't take it with me anywhere. So I kind of just put the PSP aside a couple years ago and just said, to hell with it. I'll get a battery eventually. I just never did. And so she wanted to surprise me when she heard me talking about PSP. And since I got that, now I can play my PSP. I decided to go to my parents' place and get a box of PSP games out. And I've been starting to play some of those, which I did share in my last weekly playlist video. And so I decided, I wanted to get some more PSP titles for my collection now that I'm able to enjoy it and play it. And so I got a couple PSP games while I was there. And the first one I got here looked really fun. And it was Deadhead Fred. It says here it's a classic tale of murder, corruption, revenge, and interchangeable heads. So I guess you can swap heads and stuff and do different things. It just looked really cool. It was only $4. It's also complete, and like I said, I got that 20% off, so I want to check that out. And I got a couple little racing games here for the PSP, because I actually only own like one or two, and I love this series. So I got ATV Off-Road Fury Pro, and this one was $5. It's in really good condition, like new, complete. Got 20% off that. I love the ATV games. These are really fun, and I did not have any for the PSP, so I wanted to get a few of them, so I got that one. Also got the sequel, ATV Off-Road Fury Blazing Trails, which is also in really good condition and complete. That was $5. Got the 20% off that. Another one here, MX vs. ATV on the Edge, also in great condition and complete, $5, and I got the 20% off on that as well. Definitely love these ATV games. They're really fun racers, so looking forward to playing through these. Next up here, I'd never played this game before, from Square Enix, Lord of Arcana, and it just looked really fun. I checked out a couple of videos on my phone while I was in the store. Saw that it was something I'd like, and so I picked it up. It was $10. I also got 20% off of that. It is complete, and another one in really good condition. So these PSP games are all like new condition, which is awesome. I love getting games in good condition when you can, so I want to check that one out. This next one here I was really excited to get, because I like this series, and this is pretty expensive normally. And that is Metal Slug Anthology, which this has Metal Slug 1, it's got Metal Slug 2, Metal Slug X, Metal Slug 3, Metal Slug 4, Metal Slug 5, and Metal Slug 6. So all 7 Metal Slug games in one little conveniently packed game, and portable. And this one was priced at $10, and I also got 20% off. And usually online that's like $20, and I love the little artwork there on the inside of the cover. I think that's really awesome, and I love these series. And I know they have these on some of the consoles as well, but they're also gotten really pricey here, $30-40 when I do see it. So for $10, 20% off, I had to get that for my PSP. Love playing these games, so this will definitely be one I'll enjoy playing on the go. And the last one I got is another one I've never played before, but I love this series, and this is Dungeons & Dragons Tactics. So this is basically a tactical RPG, but set in the Dungeons & Dragons universe. I'm used to playing the top-down action-adventure Dungeons & Dragons and Baldur's Gate type games, but haven't played the Tactics one. Looked online, looked pretty fun, so it's one I definitely want to try out. It was also complete, good condition. It was priced at $10, and I got 20% off on that, so very happy with that. Also picked up a couple of PlayStation 3 titles. These were all cheap First one I got here is a copy of Infamous. Now, I've never played this before. My brother has it. He absolutely loved it. And there's also the second one I need to get, and he recommended it. This was $3, 20% off. Complete. Happy to try that one out. I also got a copy of Killzone 3, which I have the first 2 Killzone games, but I did not have number 3, so I needed that to complete my set. It is complete. Great condition, was also $3, 20% off. This next one here, which I actually have, but my copy's beat up and missing the manual. But I got a copy of MotorStorm, and this is actually says it's a not for resale version, so I'm assuming that this must have been bundled in with an early PlayStation 3 console. But great condition, was only $3. And I like these MotorStorm games, definitely recommend them, and happy to get that. $3, 20% off, great deal. And the last PS3 game I got was a copy of Resistance 3, which I have the first 2, but I did not have number 3 to complete that trilogy. There's several games, exclusives for the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4, PSP and stuff I want to get this year. That's going to be one of the goals, which I'll go over in my 2020 goals video here, which I'll upload that eventually here. I was happy to get that complete as well. You know, $3, 20% off. Hell of a deal on those PS3 games. They had a huge bin just full of cheap PlayStation 3 games for $3, and I picked up some of the ones I needed, so very happy with that. Also picked up a couple of Xbox One titles. Now this one I did get in the Xbox Live Gold thing, that they give you some free games every month, but I have not played it yet. It was priced at $10, 20% off, and that is Victor Vron Overkill Edition. It includes Fractured Worlds and Motorhead Through the Ages expansion packs. And it also said it was supposed to come with art cards, and it did, and they're still brand new and wrapped. Disc is nice, has the manual and everything. Definitely want to try out this game. It looked really fun. $10 with the 20% off. Great deal for that. And one other Xbox One game I got there, I've seen this one for a long time. They had it marked down to $15 with 20% off. It was used, but I got Valkyria Revolution, the Vanguard edition, which comes with the pin, and it comes with a soundtrack. And what was really neat to find is the person who had it before actually never played the game, because it's brand new and still sealed here. All they did is opened up the soundtrack and listened to it, and never even took the pin out and just left it in there. So that was a good deal. Definitely want to try this game out. Looked like it would be pretty fun, and $15, 20% off. Figured we'd give it a try. And I'm slowly building up my Xbox One collection. I'm still not at 100 titles yet, so I'm hoping to break the 100 title mark this year. Picking up some more games for that. Go over a couple of PlayStation 2 games I got. This one was priced cheap, $3 with 20% off. It was Delta Force Black Hawk Down Team Saber, which I do have one of the other Delta Force games. I really liked it, so I want to try this one out. Check out the story and everything. It is complete. Just happy to get that. And this other one here, another RPG game from Capcom, Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter. Just looked really cool. This was priced at $10, got the 20% off of it. So I'll have to check it out. It is complete. So I want to try that one. We'll see how that game is this year. I also got a couple of Wii U titles, because I am going for a complete Wii U set. Found a good deal on these. This first one here was Ultimate Monster Hunter 3 for the Wii U. That was $7, got 20% off that. It is complete. It is in a generic black case, so I'll have to get another blue case and replace that. But I want to try that. I've heard really good things. People told me that this is a fun game, and it's definitely worth checking out if you have a Wii U, so I'll look forward to trying that out. The other one I got here was priced at $8 and 20% off, was Xenoblade Chronicles X, which I do like the Xenoblade Chronicles series, and I wanted to get the Wii U version. I wanted to get this for a long time. I just was waiting for it to be cheaper than $20, and so for $8, 20% off, had to grab it, and it is also complete. So definitely one I look forward to checking out. If you guys have played it, let me know how you like it, but I have heard really good things about this game, so looking forward to trying that out. I did get one gift from my buddy Jeff at work. Him and I have been friends for many years, and we both work together, and we usually get each other gifts at Christmas. I got him that Mario Kart board game, and he got me these Super Mario Brothers sleep pants. Unfortunately, he wasn't paying attention when he grabbed the size and got ones that are too large, the 44 by 46 size. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to wear them because my waist is like a 34. But still pretty neat. I can just hang them up on the wall. Make a nice little display piece. But it was really nice of him to think of me there. And these are pretty cool little sleep pants, so I really appreciate that he got me that. You know, it's always nice when someone thinks of you and gets a thoughtful gift like this, so that was great. Got a couple things on eBay. This first one my wife got me. She knows that I love pre-order bonuses and stuff for my collection. She got me one for one of my favorite Call of Duty games, and that is Call of Duty 2. When you pre-ordered your copy for $5, you got a t-shirt, and it came in this box. It's in pretty good condition, and it's really neat. I love this game. It was one of the first games that I played on the Xbox 360. It was actually the second game I ever rented. The first game I owned was the Need for Speed Most Wanted, and it was the first first-person shooter I ever played on the 360. I absolutely loved the game. I actually went through and beat that on Veteran. All the missions and everything was very difficult, but I beat it. So this is awesome. I love adding pre-order bonuses and bonus things to my collection, so I was so happy to get this from the wife. It was awesome. And the last thing I got on there, which I got from a seller I bought from him many times, it's like the 6th or 7th game of this. I got myself another English translated Famicom game, and that was Downtown Special, which this is plays like River City Ransom. It's a side-scrolling beat-em-up game with the like little samurai warrior type of ninja dudes, and it just looked really fun. Checked out some video. I actually popped this in and played it for a little bit, and absolutely am loving it. So this is one I'm definitely going to play through, and I want to beat it. And then the guy included a little sticker. I can't remember what he called this, but I know it's from one of the animes or from a game series or something. If you guys know, you can let me know, this little cat. But it was really cool. And he sent a nice little note and said that, Jeremy, I love anytime I see your name pop up on a sale for me. I hope you've been enjoying all of these English translated Famicom games that you bought from me. And I'll keep having them, different ones up for sale. And I got this one for $30 ship, which, you know, it's a little pricey, you know, for old games. But, you know, the guy takes the time to put the English translated ROM on these boards. You know, that does take some work and wiring and stuff like that. So I don't mind paying for the work. And I like having physical games in my collection over digital. I mean, I could easily play the English translated ROMs on my modded Wii or whatever. But there are certain games that look really fun, RPGs and stuff, for the Famicom, that I want to get the English translated ones if I can find them. So this is a really cool gift to get. So that looks like that's it, guys. So that's everything that I got for Christmas with the gift cards and gifts that I received. I got some wonderful stuff. I hope you guys had an amazing Christmas. I had a good one, able to spend time with family. I gave out a lot of gifts. You know, I didn't spend any money on myself during the month of December. You know, I solely focused on getting family members, everything else stuff. And I knew that I would get gift cards and stuff that I could wait and buy it here in January, and that's what I did. So I'd love to hear what you guys got for Christmas. You know, let me know, share it. If you guys have a pickups video of what you got for Christmas, please share the link with me in the comments. You know, let me know how you like the stuff that I got. I'd love to hear the stuff that you got. And of course, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys want another ways to connect with me, you guys can check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/Asiansleepy. I post on there all the time. I also have my website I built that's dedicated to my growing collection, where I keep track of all the games I have, and I got pictures and stuff of all the pickups on there, as well as I do have game lists that you can download for the different sets that are out there if you need help, like trying to figure out what games came out on what consoles. I also have my gamer tags and stuff because I play on the PlayStation, I play on my Xbox, I also play on my Nintendo Switch and 3DS, so I'll have all that stuff down below in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a wonderful day, and Sleepy will see you guys next time.